Hello everyone, velveteenduck here. Let's take a look at the brand new event that's upcoming, the Terrifying Shadows: A New Era, otherwise known as the Sargon event. Before you actually start the event though, I'm going to strongly suggest finishing the main quest line of Drakensang Online, so you have two yellow marker quests called Shadow Master and the first ones. Both quests have components that require the event to complete. If you do miss the event for whatever reason, it is planned for the Sargon event to rerun on a fairly regular basis, so fear not. Please note that the event progress bars are different and likely based on player level. On my low-level character, these are the event progress bars I see, while on my level 100 Spellweavers, these are what I see. As you can see, there are many marks of Mortis available on my level 100 Spellweaver's progress bar. These will be necessary to enter and fight the new Mortis, conveniently also part of the main storyline. To start the event itself, head to King's Hill where you'll talk to John Sunlair. You'll need to collect 50 coffee beans from any worthy monsters to proceed. There is no need to waste an excessive amount of time collecting coffee beans, as monsters within Stillwater Bay at night and Sargon Shadowfort all drop a small quantity as well. There are also quests from Sir Hardy standing opposite of John, so don't forget about him. 10 coffee beans are used to obtain entry to Stillwater Bay at night. Unless you decide to farm on bloodshed for some reason, then it also costs an additional 10 fragments of infernal passages. The main focus of this map is to destroy the purple-colored portals for shadow portal fragments. You need 4 different fragments to exchange with John Sunlair for Shadowfort portals. You can also get some Shadowfort portals from completing the other quests from this event. If you don't want to farm for portals, you can always purchase them from the shop with Andermans. Now, before you jump the gun and port yourself into the Shadowfort, make sure you have some form of light essence on hand. You can obtain a small quantity while farming monsters, crafting it if you have the recipe unlocked, or of course buying it for Andermans. You will need light essences to deal with the soul collectors in Sargon Shadowfort, as well as Sargon himself inside the throne room. You can use a portal by right-clicking on it. Entry will consume 1 pass regardless of level, and if you go to bloodshed, you'll also need 10 fragments of infernal passages. The doorway promises the existence of bloody sludges on bloodshed mode, but since I would be instantly vaporized on the test server if I tried to enter, I did not check it out. Let's talk quickly about the quests. Spoilers are incoming, so if you don't want to hear those spoilers, please jump to the timestamp shown here right on the screen. Alright, so starting with the main quests. The first ones, you just need to wander around the Shadowfort. There is actually no Narina on the map. Yeah, I'm serious, Narina is not in the Shadowfort. As for the other main quest, Shadow Master, you need to kill Sargon's elites and the Sentinel to kill Sargon. If you haven't obtained the 999 light essence for this quest, don't worry. Just buy 999 from the shop for a 190 Andermans and you'll be on your merry way. The event quest experiment needs you to find some eggs. Those eggs are all located towards the middle layer on the right side and the upper portion of the Shadowfort. Once you find the first one, the rest will be marked with question marks on the minimap, making it much easier to find. Okay. Back on the topic of the brand new Shadowfort. You'll find lots of amphora here, both the type that need keys and ones that don't. There are also abandoned treasure chests hidden throughout the place, so check every nook and cranny. Of importance are 3 altars. These will only pop up on the map with a gear icon when you walk close to them. Be prepared for combat before you click it, as it will summon one of Sargon's elites along with a bunch of small fries. The elites are all leader-ranked monsters, so if you're not prepared, it can be a tough fight. After defeating these 3 elites, a sentinel will spawn. As far as I know, the sentinel is always a soul collector, so make sure you have your light essence equipped. After defeating the sentinel, the doorway to Sargon's throne room will open. Before proceeding, make sure you keep that light essence equipped, as you'll need it to damage Sargon. Speaking of Sargon, the man himself actually has several different forms. The first form that you encounter is essentially King Herodor. He will swing his mace at you in melee range and use a groundbreaker periodically. Upon defeat, a second version of Sargon appears. If you have not completed your quests, you will receive the form of Sargon that looks like a swirly creature. It will stab at you in close range and shoot chain lightning if you stand far away. At times, he will drop meteors that spawn a singularity. If you have completed your quests, in particular Act 8, Chapter 1, A Dark Heritage, then you can obtain the newer form of Sargon, which is a large fella that does a lot of property damage as he busts out of the throne itself. He has melee attacks where he swings his arms at you, and ranged attacks where he drops meteors from the sky and either spawns singularities or this odd hairy ball thing that deals damage if you get too close. He also summons Dark Force, which looks oddly like his second form if you don't do your quests. Please remember, there is also an area surrounding him in a greenish aura that will kill you if you step into it. After killing Sargon, the secret lair appears. This is just a regular event secret lair with 8 platforms. I didn't find any extra progress from the secret lair, so unless you're looking for clovers or the legendary king set, it is safe to skip. From killing Sargon, there's a chance he'll drop a piece of the reworked Sargon set. I am showing the Spellweaver version of the set on screen here since that's the highest level character I have. The first few set bonuses are a motley variety of stats. As for the 8-piece set bonus, let me show you how it works. Going into a map, you just have to use the specified skills, in this case Teleport and Frost Charge, to collect stacks of hatred. You get 1 stack for each usage of a specified skill. These stacks last for 2 minutes, making it quite easy to collect, as long as you have a build that uses 2 movement skills. Upon reaching the 28th stack, an Ender Magic explosion in the shape of Sargon will trigger where you're at, along with instantly restoring your HP and resources. On top of that, you get a buff that renders you immune to all debuffs for a whopping 10 seconds, but does not render you immune to damage. Remember though, there is a 120-second cooldown after triggering the effect. My evaluation of this set is that it's really intended for tanks or melee-style characters, especially if they employ more than 1 movement skill as a regular part of their kit. They can collect 27 stacks, and then wait to obtain their 28th stack in the case of an emergency situation, thus receiving an instantaneous heal as well as complete immunity to debuffs. As for completion of this event, the usual rules apply. The credit card will take you further and faster than anything else. There is also an event attire that has the bonus of giving you up to 5 additional marks of mortis per event. If whipping out a credit card isn't your style, then be sure to pick up the repeatable quests from Sir Hardy and John Sunlair, especially Experiment, which can be completed with every single clear of Sargon Shadowfort, and the Dark Army, which can be completed every 3 runs. So, what do you think of the new Sargon event? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Leave it in the comments below.